has been cleaned.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'll be talking and I'll be showing you guys the poster I've chosen during World War II. Okay, the poster that you have seen just now, it's called Rosie The Riveter. Could you guys see? It's an American woman showing rolling up the sleeve and showing her masculine shoulder. If you guys don't know, actually the poster influenced a lot of women back then during the World War era, and somehow the poster changed the men's power to women's power, and ironically women enjoyed doing the job. Rosie The Riveter somehow, she was the star of the campaign, and she was aiming to recruit female workers for defense industry during World War II, and she became perhaps the most iconic image of working women. Rosie The Riveter inspired a social movement that increased the number of working American women from 12 million to 20 million by 1944, a 57% increase from 1940. By 1944, only 1.7 million unmarried men between the ages of 20 to 34 worked in the defense industry, while 4.1 million unmarried women between those ages did so. If you guys can see, the volume of unmarried women is actually more greater. They thrive on taste of financial and personal freedom, and actually they wanted more because, you know, back then the culture of women, they had to stay at home. And what I've stated before, the culture of women back then was to stay at home, being housewives. Yes, of course, the role of women back then was to be good wives and mother to their children, and also to have more babies for their Third Reich. When the war began, quickie marriage was happening. Quickie marriage became the norm. A student, they had to get married in a very young age. This actually can relate to a movie called Mona Lisa's Smile. The star was Julia Roberts, and actually it's a very good movie for you, all of you, to watch. This student, she has to get married in a very young age, but then the husband, he has to go for war. He has to go out for war. She was very devastated and sad because to her it's not fair, because she just got married for a few days and the husband had to leave her. So to me, it's very unfair. That kind of norms is very unfair back then. Even not in Mona Lisa's Smile, I think, especially in real life, I think it's very unfair towards the young lady, towards the young woman, because they have to get married in a very young age. Motorcycle. Okay, they have to get married in a young age, but they have to be the head of the family, because they have to join the war related organizations, and also they have to manage their households. But there is always silver lining behind all this, because when the country is lack of manpower, they had no one to turn to, and of course the only option left is women. They have to do a lot of work in one time. They have to manage their family, they have to manage their house chores, and they have to work. And somehow when the person, or when the woman, they have many children, they had to share apartments and houses, so they could save time, money, utilities, and food. I found a story by the Christine Truman. She got a job building B-17 on assembly line, and shows just how exciting it was. The biggest thrill I can tell you, she said, was when the B-17s rolled off the assembly line. You can't believe the feeling we had. We did it. So actually, other than supporting the soldiers, they want to prove to the country that actually women can do men's job. The term of the Rosie The Riveter was the bomb back then, and it was first used in 1942 in a song, and became a national hit. The song's like this: all day and night, whether rain or shine, she'll be at the assembly line. Rosie The Riveter was a national hit before it was a national hit back then. A film producer was planning to do a film about it, and Rosie Monroe was the best fit during that time. But unluckily, the film, they didn't get to film it yet, because Rosie Bill Monroe, she died from a kidney failure on May 31st, 1997. Rosie The Riveter can influence the couple, can influence the world. Somehow it becomes the sex type occupations, such as transfer into sex type occupations, such as clerical and service work, which is the woman can do men's job, the man can do women's job. Women were reverting housewives in slacks, not mother domestic beings or civilizers. So from here we can see due to Rosie The Riveter, it's actually helped the woman outside there to prove that they're not just women, they're not just a person that have to stay at home, have to become a mother of the children. Yes, of course they have to be good wives and mother, but they also can do a lot of things at the same time, and they can prove the power of women, the ethic of the role of media. As you guys can see, the post that I've shown just now was this is a very specific characteristics of the poster. It's a white woman, an identified white woman, and a bright red polka dot bandana covering her hair, and then gazes directly at the viewer, while a caption directly above her within blue word exclaims, "We can do it." With her left hand, she rolls up her sleeves, flexing her right biceps, and the other hand, suggesting that she is set to work, and the other hand is confident, clench first, conveying strength and confident definition to the job. This cosmetics affirm and her femininity, including the mascara, eyebrow liner, a hint of lipstick, and a fingernail polish on one well manicured fingernail. And somehow this poster got criticized by people, because as we all know, the person who is working in a factory, they don't have time to put on their liners. The poster actually were criticized by a lot of people actually. And to me, the poster, it does not resemble the woman in the factory because they're busy with work, but somehow I'm very proud of women. I'm very proud of the women back then. They can do a lot of things. They can do 2 to 3 jobs. They did a very great job, despite of those hurdles and all the hurdles and hardships that they have gone through, but they actually did a very great job. I don't think myself as a woman, as a lady, I don't think I can even do that. Even when if I were in the shoes, I don't think I can even do that, the kind of job during that time. So whatever it is, whatever the poster look like, but please be proud of them. A very inspirational story for me, for myself. Yeah, I think that's all from me, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed my 2 videos during in World War I and World War II. I hope that we can see each other very soon. Bye. Assalamualaikum.